Where, METROPLEX? Where?
He's over there! Destroy him now!
Hey, keep it down! This is a residential area!
Hey guys, welcome back for this unboxing video, which is a pretty big box and a pretty big robot inside as well. And I'm not entirely sure how this one's going to work out because of the cramped space I got here with the camera, so I'm probably going to be bumping into the camera quite sometimes, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, I'm gonna open this one. I saw this one on of course AliExpress, and I think this is one of the better looking versions of this robot, and I figured, well, I'm gonna get this one. It was about $200 something or euros, which translates to about $200 and I think it was like 270, but it got some discount, so it ended up being like 230 or something. But since it's such a huge one, I think it's worth it. And yeah, we're just gonna see if I can get through the packaging material and see if I can transform it. It does have some maintenance stuff going on. From what I understand is that I'm gonna have to install some electronics in there as well to give it some lighting. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have to see how it all pans out. First layer of packaging material coming off right now, and I'm gonna see if I can open it up further and take the box out, or if I'm gonna have to cut open some more. I think this might actually do it, because we got the interior box right here. Yeah, now I gotta get rid of some bubble wrap as well. And then there's a cardboard exterior box, and there should be a retail interior box as well. So let's see if that is the case indeed. It's packaged very well, I gotta say. So we got these little plastic corners on the corners of the exterior box. I'm just gonna leave the bubble wrap like it is, I guess, and just open it here and take the interior box out. See if that works. Whew. So yeah, for those of you who are familiar with these kinds of transformers, you probably can tell which one this will be by the look of the box. And I'm able to pull it out like this, so that's good. So this one is, apart from being massive, is METROPLEX, and the box is so huge it doesn't even fit on the cameras entirely. But so yeah, deformation model, Siyang Y-C001, and I think its model name is VLADIVOSTOK, I think. But yeah, this should be a beast. So yeah, as you guys might know, if you're familiar with METROPLEX, you got 3 modes, like the city mode, sort of tank mode, and the robot mode. And yeah, there's all kinds of electronics going on, as you can see, which should look pretty cool, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna have to install that by myself, I think. So I might have to record this in 2 parts, just doing the unboxing right now. I mean, this thing looks massive and pretty incredible. It looks pretty cool. So yeah, I might do this in 2 parts. Do the unboxing, and then maybe install some of the plastic parts, and then make a separate video for the installation of the electronics. That might be a cool thing to do. Yeah, let's take it out of the box first. So this one should be around like 45 centimeters, which is somewhere around 20 inches, I think. So getting rid of the box. So what do we have here? Several things. Let's start off with the manual and some kind of instruction manual, which is in a language I do not understand. And instruction manual, shape-shifting mech. That's what he's going to look like in the end. And then the transformation steps, which I am going to try not to use, but I might have to end up having to use it. But is this also for installation of the electronics? Seems like it. Yeah, it seems like it. So yeah, these are the end steps of the transformation, and then I think that these steps are supposed to be used for lighting installation. So yeah, I might be using that in the second part of this video. So yeah, that's the manual. Then we have a bag of little plastic things which I'm gonna have to install on like his legs and maybe some parts of his chest and whatnot. And then here we have the electronics. And then as for this casing right here, it does have a tape. I was wondering about that. There's a tape here. Taking that off. So yeah, let's take out his massive guns first. And those have lights in there as well. Probably gonna have to install that here, I think. Pretty huge guns. What's this little lid? I'm not sure where that's supposed to go, but we'll sort it out. Then we have these little guns, which I think are supposed to go on his arms, but I'm not entirely sure about that. Then we have the little wires. And what's this? Oh, the little tank which goes along with METROPLEX. Nothing special, I don't think, but it does go along with it. And then the robot itself. Oh wait, we got another one of those lids which was lying around. And what's this? I think these might be replacement kneecaps, but I'm not sure about that. Could be something else. And I think that's all that is in the box. So yeah, this boy is pretty big. checking him out a little bit right now. Okay, so that's probably to insert the electronics as well. Okay, so articulation wise for this robot, before I start doing anything, we got his face sculpt, which looks like this. Oh, again. With the little glasses on him, I don't think those can, oh yeah, you can take those off. Oh yeah, you can remove them and then hide them inside here, I guess. Like so. That's what his face looks like. And yeah, I think there's some lighting going on there as well. So I'm just gonna put his glass back. So I think that looks pretty cool. So yeah, his face, you can move it all the way around. Okay, yeah, you can. A little shift backwards to make him look up a little bit, and a little bit down as well, not that much. There's not a lot of moving space here. It's on a ball joint, so what you could do is, what I'm doing with my defensor is taking the head off and then, yeah, just, I think the word is filing, I'm not sure about that, but just taking little pieces off from the backside, or either the part that's blocking it to give it more movability. These things can move, which is necessary for in this transformation mode, I think. On the original G1, I think you were supposed to push his head downwards or something, and then have this point to the front. Not sure how that goes on this robot. His arms, as you can see, his shoulders. Oh, does it only go for this one, or for this one as well? No, this one does not seem to have that mechanism. It's an extra feature for his shoulder on the left-hand shoulder, which could be used for having him aim his gun. And the usual movements are on a ratchet, 360 around. Then we have a bicep swivel, which is a little bit blocked in this position by that black part, which allows it to do this. But you can move past it and then give him a 360 swivel around on the bicep. Then we have his elbow, which is on a double ratchet. Very cool. Everything seems to be on a ratchet. Very nice. Then we have his torso. You can move his torso around. 360. His legs can move to the back further than 180. Going forward to the front, and oh, this one does not go to the front. Oh yeah, it does. Just stuck a little bit. So a little over 180. Then we have a knee joint, a single one. This robot feels pretty sturdy, I gotta say, so that's very nice. We have a thigh swivel. Not that much movability because of the his crotch blocking the way. And last but not least, we have his ankles. And what can the ankles do? Dip forward and swivel to the sides a little bit. Only one side, the other side does not. It doesn't move inwards, only outwards. And a dip. So yeah, that's it for movability on this figure. We got some extra lids for the runway to allow the tank to come out, or put it in there. lock it in there. There's this little cannon thing here. Is it a cannon thing? I think it's a cannon. Doesn't go in all the way. So you can have it come out. There are cannons right here on this back. Have it stick out a little bit more or push it a little bit inwards. There is a slit here, but it doesn't go all the way through. That's not how it was designed, I guess. But yeah, those parts will probably mostly be used in city mode or in tank mode. Okay, so I'm gonna be transforming it into tank mode first, I guess, and then into city mode. I'm gonna just plug in the guns first to give you guys a sort of a look on the way that looks. And should I be applying these things first? I think I probably should do that afterwards. So yeah, this is not the way it will look in the end, but you will be seeing that at the end of this unboxing video. I always post pictures and videos of what the robot looks like in different positions and whatnot, at full 360 or 180 circling around it in the video, and that's where you'll see all the little plastic things applied, which gives them a bit more complete look, because there's a lot of white in this robot, a lot of white and gray, but that will be fixed with applying these things. So yeah, yeah, putting the gun in his arms. So yeah, so I was playing around with it, with applying his guns in his fist. I did realize that I forgot one thing, and yeah, I forgot to mention that his fingers are extremely articulated, so that's a very big plus on this guy. Apart from the way he looks, I mean, he's huge, he looks amazing. I have not come across one thing which I did not like. Well, maybe the movability around his waist. That could have been a little bit better, done a little bit better, I think. But he looks amazing. Just look at him. He's enormous. Yeah, okay, so the movability around his waist, like the legs here, get in the way of the moving his torso. So that could have been done a little bit better, I think. But I'm not complaining at all with this guy. He looks amazing. Yeah, like I said, the hands are a big plus. I'll show you guys in a close-up in a minute. Just want to show you guys what it looks like holding his guns and being in a little bit of a dynamic position. He just looks amazing. Yeah, this is a really cool bot. He's huge and well worth the money, I think. Yeah, so I'm gonna be taking the guns out. The guns do have a little peg, so you can peg it into his fist, and then like here, the peg to give it a more sturdy grip. Let me just take it out. And one more thing that I forgot to mention is moving it out like this. So you got like 90 degree angling like this, and then this is where, when you want to move the leg to the front, that's where the torso gets in the way a little bit, but you can work around that, no problem. So as for the hands, just take a look at them. Like all the fingers, they have like 3 separate parts, excluding the hand itself. So you can just make him grip like all the way around the gun that he's holding, and that's very, very nice. All these joints are very tight. His thumb is on all the fingers are on a ball joint, so you can split them out like this as well. Very cool. And the thumb is done on a ball joint as well, and that one has two separate components. So yeah, very nice, very articulated. You can turn his wrist around like this. Sadly, no wrist joint, so that might be next to the space around the hips, might be the one minor thing that could have been done better on this guy. Apart from that, it's amazing. Yeah, it looks really cool. So yeah, let me just see if I can sort of transform it into tank mode. What I'll be doing, because I'm not entirely familiar with METROPLEX, like one of my friends used to have it when I was younger, so I'm gonna be keeping this picture close by and see if I can make something which resembles this. So yeah, the tank transformation should probably be the more simple one. The transformations of this guy shouldn't be hard at all, because it's not that complicated. But I can't find a way to move it, to hide his head a little bit, because it's supposed to tuck in into this part a little bit, I think. Judging from the picture right here, it seems to be pushed in a little bit, but I don't really see a lid for that. I'll look into it a little bit more in a minute. And there's this part with the legs, which sort of indicates that they are supposed to be tucked together, like these little, can I show you guys? Like both of the legs have these little slits right here and a little peg. So they should be joined together, I think, but they cannot reach one another. Oh, this should probably go like this, so close up the gap a little bit. Overlook that. Open up, yeah, there we go. But yeah, I think the legs should be a little bit closer to one another, and then probably like click together. But I can't seem to find how to do that. There is this weird mechanism which I saw before, like inside of his thigh. Maybe that allows it to shift a little bit to the side, but I don't see how to do that right now. But there might be another joint hidden in there. But yeah, it's pretty huge. Should I be looking into that right now? I think I should. I think I'm just gonna see if I can see his head, the way his head's supposed to go inside. Well, the booklet, oh yeah, it does. Wait, hold on. So from what it looks like here is that the legs do actually have to come together on the bottom or something. So I'm gonna see what that looks like when I turn him around. Yeah, I don't see how that's supposed to go. Still think that I'm gonna have to move this part, shift it to the side a little bit. So I'm just gonna take this gun off. See if I can do that. Shift it a little bit. Doesn't seem to want to move. There's a little bit here. What does that do? Oh, the dog is real solid. Okay. There's another one here. Yeah, but I don't seem to be able to to close his legs all the way. Let me just take a closer look at that. Okay, so I found it because in the manual it says that right here that you have to sort of break open his legs on between the top part of his leg, his upper leg and his lower leg, and then that creates some space. I'll show you guys that if you do that, it creates some space to move it around a little bit, to shift it to the side a little bit, and then pack this thing not in this one but in this one, and that should bring the legs closer together and actually able to combine the two. So let's just do that right here, and then now they line up very nice together, and should be able to plug in those pegs which I mentioned before. So that works, it all works very nice. Now I think the only thing I still need to do in this mode is to to have his face dip a little bit, his head dip a little bit inside to hide it away from the tank mode. How does that work? Oh yeah, and I found something out in the manual that this part on the back with the gun, which wouldn't move all the way, you can actually like pull this down and then push it all the way in, and then probably gonna have to move it like this to have some sort of kind of like a tower thing in the city mode, I guess. But yeah, that's for later. But I did see that in the manual when I was just looking through it just now. Because in tank mode, I think it should just go like this or something. As for his head, let me just look in the manual for a bit. Yeah, all it says is head press right there. So I guess I'm just gonna have to put force on it and push it down, even though I'm not seeing anything where I can do that with head press. Oh, there was the big bump. Let me see. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, you're gonna have to put quite a lot of force on it, and then it just disappears inside his chest. So yeah, apart from the electronics, I guess this is the tank mode of METROPLEX. To be honest, I never really liked this mode very much. I like the city mode a bit better, but to each their own. Let's see. So yeah, we got the guns on the side of his arms. We're gonna have two plateaus. It does seem like there's a little extra thing here, so that's probably where these parts are supposed to go. I'm guessing. Oh, just tore them off. Clicking those back on, and then I guess I'm going to be transforming it into city mode. Oh yeah, it doesn't work at first. Should have probably done this later. Now the leg part is in the way of the lid. So I'm just gonna have to take it off again. There we go. And those shoulder cannons on the picture, it's supposed to go like this a little bit, but I guess you can do it at your own, just the way you prefer it yourself. Doesn't really matter. I don't think. So yeah, I'm not sure what these parts are supposed to be for. I haven't seen that come across in the pictures in the manual, the pictures I did look at, and I'm not sure like if these parts can stay on him while he's transformed into robot mode again. Of course, I will be displaying it in robot mode. But yeah, I think I'm gonna see if I can sort of transform it into city mode. Taking the guns off first, because what I think is that this part will have to go to his back so that this part can come out as a sort of a helicopter pad. Probably like gonna have to do it like this or something. It does seem like sort of a helicopter pad. And then I think that one of the legs is supposed to go straight and the other one is going to have to be in an angle or something. You have a picture of it. The final form. So yeah, this is what the city mode is supposed to look like. There is some stuff going on there with the legs. Splitting them open or something. Because his feet are right there. So yeah, I'm not sure what that is all about. I have to turn them the other way around. Put the wheels back in. I don't think I'll be needing those in the city mode. So is this where it's supposed to go? I do see something here. So I think we're gonna have to turn the whole robot around his waist, because these feet are supposed to go on the outside of his leg and not on the inside, which I just had. So I think I'm gonna have to do it like this. So yeah, I had to push the legs down again in leg mode to be able to shift his torso around, because the middle part, which is in the way. Is not supposed to reach all the way down. So yeah, this is sort of the way the city mode is supposed to look, I think. Wait, let me just open this up again. That part was missing. Apparently these things are supposed to turn some way. Supposed to go. Turning this way around. This is weird, because I figured that this would have to go all the way down, but it doesn't seem to be going all the way down. There does not seem to be some kind of joint there. It's kind of confusing because it doesn't reach to the floor entirely. Only if you like, oh wait, maybe you're supposed to do it like this. I'm kind of doubtful, but these things like that. And the guns are supposed to go on the sides. It's the same place where it used to go in the tank mode. yeah, that still leaves me with these parts. No idea what they're for. Maybe you can peg them here. I think that's where they're supposed to go. Yeah, that's probably where they're supposed to go. It's the other way around, I think. Like so. But yeah, there's only one part which is missing, which I don't see how to fix that right now, which is this part on top of the arm. And I don't seem to have that part. But yeah, it might be hidden somewhere, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna be transforming it back into robot mode and record some positions after I've applied all these kind of things and the electronics for the lighting, because I think that will be looking really cool. So yeah, be on the lookout for that after this video. Thanks for joining. Quite the experience. METROPLEX, Vladivostok. No idea what the name of the manufacturer is. Y-C001. Pretty cool thing. A recommendation, definitely. Very sturdy, very cool, very big. It looks very cool, especially if you applied all the lightings and whatnot. Yeah, it's definitely a recommendation for me. So yeah, thanks for joining, guys, and see you guys for the next unboxing video. Later. Hey guys, welcome to this third section of the METROPLEX unboxing transformation review video, which I'm recording. I've already recorded, and you've probably seen it before this, part one, which was basically covering the robot itself, the transformation from robot into tank mode into city mode. After that, I recorded the installation of the electronics and lights, which will be featured after this part. And for this part, I'll be recording the contents of this little bag, which I mentioned in the first part, it being like a little accessories to pimp up METROPLEX a bit, because he is a bit white and grayish, pretty bulky, and I thought that these things would yeah, like pimp him up a little bit with more dark red looking stuff. But what's actually inside this this bag, apart from the little light which goes in the center right there, are reserve parts for the little moving mechanics, such as this part right here, which can move, and like these red parts, you get some reserve replacement parts for that, and the little cannon which is on the bottom of this part also has these little mechanics, and I guess they can break, and you get some replacements for that. So that's one thing that's inside the little bag thing. And the other things which are inside are like little pieces, which I thought were supposed to go on METROPLEX, but they actually aren't. What they are is little parts which you have to basically assemble into an extra robot. And it's the goddess of war. I've never heard of her. The only real recollection I have of METROPLEX from the 80s was the G1 toy, and that did have some minions with it, but not this character. And I don't know if I will be using it to display it, because I have no idea like who this figure is and if it looks good, but it seems to be female and standing on a stand, and I think it will be quite articulated. So yeah, I'm gonna try and assemble it now. All these parts have numbers, so it shouldn't be that hard, I don't think, but we'll see about that, see how far I can get. And yeah, that's what this video is going to be about, this part. So I'm just gonna change the camera angle right now and start yeah, tearing the pieces off the little plastic, and then see if I can actually assemble it. So I know that this is the stand thing, of course, obviously. So I'm just gonna cut that part off. And these things are the swords. basically identical, only mirrored. Just leave those here. And I know that these things are going to be her backpack wings or something. Just let me get those out of the way as well. They actually are pretty detailed and very small. So let's see if I can get that in focus. So yeah, now I'm just gonna go by the manual and take the pieces out one by one, and I think it should be going from part 1 up until 21 or something like that, 20. And I think I can just follow it step by step and assemble this. Okay, so like after checking out the numbers in the manual a little bit, it actually does not, it's not straightforward at all. Like it's pretty small, but you can see the number 1 is at the torso, I think. I think that's the number 1. Can I get that more in focus? I don't think I can. So yeah, that's the number 1, and then the 2 and 3 are parts of her lower leg, and feet are 4 and 5. And then for 6, I haven't found 6 yet, but 7 is like the arm or something like that. So yeah, it's not as straight. Oh, and 6 is the other arm, but it's not as straightforward as you might think. Well guys, here she is, the Goddess of War. I did not enjoy assembling this, I gotta say. Like, this is not really my thing to do, but like all the pieces, if you try to move them around, it's supposed to be really articulated, and it is. But if you try to move it around, things just separate from the parts that are supposed to be connected to, which makes it a little bit annoying. And I don't really have any connection with this character. I don't know where it's from. Doesn't. Yeah, I just don't. It looks pretty cool. I gotta say, it looks cool, but I don't have any feeling with it. But if this is your thing, enjoy it. I mean, the detail on it looks pretty cool. But just the overall quirkiness of this, I mean, take a look at that. I just tried to bend it a little bit, and it just separated from the upper arm. And you gotta connect it again, and try and do what you wanted to do, and hope that it won't separate. But yeah, like I said, not really my thing. But if you like it, it's an extra character to a really cool Metroplex. And like I said, I really don't know where this character came from. So yeah, that's it for the Goddess of War. And yeah, stay tuned for the installation of the lights, because that is a pretty cool feature on this Metroplex. And yeah, thanks for watching. Later.